Hi all, 67 Baja restoration project. This is what I'm up to. So I did a video a little while ago about doing the floor pans while the body was on, and this is kind of where I'm up to now. So all the chassis has been completely finished and redone. New hubs and stuff, cables and coilovers, and it's all very exciting down here at the front end and stuff. So now it's time to make a start with this pesky bodywork, which I've been putting off for a long time. So I actually have a couple of cuts which I'll show you just how the front and rear heater channels get put together. So you see this was a couple of cuts I got from the original car. So you can see they got a weld around the bulkhead. This is a 70s bulkhead, by the way, so it's slightly different from mine, but hopefully it should all go together well. So there's nothing along here. We get fully welded around the front, and on the back side there are spot welds all down there, so they need to be drilled out. So that's basically how it's attached to the front. And then to the rear you can see that there's spot welds all across the top here, and then it goes to what should be a full weld. See a weld all across here. There's actually also spot welds on here as well, so if you're drilling one out you need to do those as well. And then fully welded, and then on the other side there are spot welds which run down there, and there's a wee little drain that goes in there. Round here is a little bit mucky, so there's a full weld, looks like goes down here for seal, and then there's a weld which comes across here which will have to be removed because obviously this is coming off, but this will be staying. So looks like a bit of a repair has gone on here at some point, but there we go. So that's how the front and the rear bits of those go together. So I've got a bit of an issue in mine, whereas so the previous custodian, there's lots of issues going on through here where the A pillars will need to be replaced. This is wrong, so although it looks like it's been started, the hinges are actually in the incorrect position, so it doesn't work at all. So it needs to come out. I'm going to need to have a look at fixing the bulkhead down there, because we've got some rust issues on both sides, and you can see the pieces, but there's just lots of welding. And the problem is, people might want to say leave it there, is it's actually all the stuff that's been done has covered up some serious rot down there, and it's all very rusty. So I don't know what these have been put in here over where the heater channels fork off and go down there. So I know for a buggy you don't necessarily need them, but this is all a bit weird, and I've got to take it off because it's just rusty. It's just rotten all the way down through there, and I don't want to keep it. So it's the same on that side as well, where it's been fixed and then fiberglassed. You see what I mean? When we come around here, and I just ripped off some more fiberglass that was done, which covered up these gaping holes and some rot there. So it all has to be redone, cut out. And if you're the kind of person who says, "Oh, I would have left it," then that's fair enough and absolutely up to you. But I don't want that there at all in the car, so it's all got to go. So I'll be using those cuts as well, probably to repair these arches. We've got a couple of issues down through here, but it's not really major or too bad. So touch wood, we'll get that all sorted out. So the first order of the day obviously will be to brace all this up on the inside where I can, to keep the integrity of the position of the A and B pillars and stuff like that. This is my first attempt at this, so I'm a virgin at it, but using a little bit of logic and what I've seen on the net before, I'll give it a red hot go. I've got all the parts except for what's going to go on down there, so I might have to get some inner wing repairs or something like that to go on down in there. But the first order of the day will be to remove all of the stuff and see exactly what I've got left of the body, because it's not in the best condition, and a lot of the stuff has been covered up, and it certainly wouldn't pass any kind of test here. So I'm just going to go and get a show. So this should all be, so I don't know whether or not the weld has been blown through it up. There's nothing there, so I'm hoping it's just too high and it's gone through. So by removing all of this, which has got to go, rip these bloody idiots out, that we can get that fixed. But yeah, I'm not in for all this leaving shit there for sure. I've also got to find out what's going on down here, and I've got to fucking fix all this, which was also just dodged up with fiberglass. So what a load of old rot. But yeah, so as you see, the chassis and stuff's all been completed. Time to do the body. Now I'm going to do as much as I can with the body. Sorry, as much as I can. I'm going to take the body off and then do as much as I can with the body off. But to put the heater channels back in, there's a good chance I'm going to pin it back down to the body at some point to tack weld the new ones in. But anyway, I just thought, look, now that's the start, and that gives you an idea, if you're going to do it, where all the welds and stuff are. And this is going to give it a good basis to get the right spot weld drills out from that, and how to also, because what I'll do is I will remove these off of here, so I actually do understand what's left and what's not, and what's the best tools to get this done, so that I don't start making too much of a damaging the other one. But like I said, there's a lot of spares here, so I can use this one across here. If I need to replace it on the other car, I can use all these from these cuts. So I got these specifically not only to see how it was all put together, but to also use all the spares as well. And I can also make sure that I've got the correct hinge distances and that. So anyway, it's me waffling on. So the next video will be body off and make a start in cleaning up and see what we've got left.